5. Good morning, everyone. This is the Vermont House Committee on Commerce and Economic Development. It is Friday, April 4th, 2025 at 10:03 in the morning. So we're back from the floor and we're going to take a look at H317, which is an act relating to credit card fees on taxes and gratuities. So we have the sponsor of the bill, Representative Casey. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Good to see you once again.
Good morning, Chair and Committee. I'm delighted to be back.
Maybe we can get you every day. Just pop in.
I would love that. The chair's been very mad at me across the hall recently, so I might find a kinder home here. So it's good to be back. I spent more time with my bill introduction this time. I thought I'd give myself a B- last time, so I'll knock it out of the park now. So thanks very much.
That's for us to let you know.
Friday, come on. Okay.
Stay in.
So thanks for the opportunity to introduce H317. It's a bill designed to eliminate swipe fees, which are also known as interchange fees, on the tax and gratuity portions of electronic payment transactions. So why does this matter? Because taxes and tips don't belong to the business. Taxes are passed straight through to the state of Vermont, and gratuities go to employees. Yet right now, credit card companies and banks are charging swipe fees on those amounts as well. And that means small businesses are losing money, not just on what they sell, but what they're legally required to collect or ethically obligated to pass to workers. So, just coming to Montpelier, many of the small businesses in my district, I don't think we're unique in that sense, find this very frustrating. It's a nickel and dime practice that really adds up quick if you're a small business. And whether it's like, the Filibuster Cafe there, Shaw's Supermarket, family-run restaurant in Montpelier, all these merchants are really operating on razor-thin margins. I've never really appreciated that as much as I have recently. When you walk down our city streets here post-COVID and post-flood, you see tumbleweeds rolling by, and they're really just, desperate to survive. So this is just another brick in the wall, really. So I think this bill is targeted, and it's a reasonable fix. It just says if you're processing a transaction, you shouldn't be charging a fee on the portion that's tax or gratuity. And it gives merchants the flexibility to report those amounts upfront or retroactively, depending on how the systems are set up. So I've heard directly from small business owners, particularly in Montpelier, although since the bill's been introduced from all around the state and other districts, that this would be really, even these modest savings that they'd get from the bill could be the difference between keeping the lights on or off, or cutting staff hours, which is also really happening in town here. So I want to be clear, the bill does not eliminate swipe fees altogether. It only addresses what I think would be the unfair portion of this, fees on funds that don't actually stay with the business. And it also includes some enforcement provisions there, which I'm sure Ledge Council can talk about, and a civil remedy to make sure the payment processors comply. So, that's it in a nutshell, pretty much. There's smarter people than me who can speak to the ins and outs of these electronic payment systems. But for me, it's just a way we could really give small business a hand. And again, I'm really hearing from it in my district here. So they're very excited about the concept of a bill like this, and would love to work with you in whatever way we could get this over the finish line.
As a person who takes credit cards as a merchant,
Yeah.
I very much love this idea. I'm wondering, has any sort of law like this been implemented in other states?
Yeah, I think it's I think this would be the first of its kind. No, I'm looking at somebody who's shaking their heads. It's yeah.
We'll get to that. But
That's the kind of thing some those smart people I talked about, the answer to. Yeah.
Other questions for Representative Casey?
I really appreciate it, folks. When that Irish trade bill comes in, you'll see me again.
Schedule.
That's it. Great. Sorry, Representative. Yes.
Is this specifically for credit card fees, or are we also talking about debit cards? Or
I believe it's just debit cards as well. Yeah.
I would assume probably through the system.
All right. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.
We know we're written. As well. It's live and then.